All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Vendo podcast. I'm joined here today with my awesome colleague, Vinny. Vendo Vinny, we call him. He's a senior strategic account analyst here at Vendo. And I'm Nicolas Martinez, the senior marketing strategist. So today's episode is going to be about maximizing Amazon brand stores. For those of you who are not familiar with brand stores, think of it as basically like a mini website of your own within Amazon. You get your own kind of vanity URL, branded URL. So for example, www.amazon.com/Vendo would be, our URL if we had an Amazon store for Vendo. So it's a really great way to drive people to Amazon in a branded way, and really build out your brand presence and your brand awareness on Amazon. A lot of brands have hesitations when going on to Amazon because they feel like they're going to lose that branded control, or some of the uniqueness of their brand is going to be a little bit whitewashed. But with the brand stores, you can really offset that. And so first, we're going to talk about what brand stores are in a little bit more detail. We're going to go into the best practices on how to use brand stores, the different ways that you can use it for awareness, social proof, seasonality, sales. We'll go into some details on specifically how you can leverage it for on Amazon sales, as well as off Amazon sales. So, driving from email, from paid media, organic media, you name it, back to the brand store can be really powerful. And then we're going to go over some of the new features that Amazon has just released. This is some really fresh out the kitchen stuff here. It is a lot of new updates. Some of them actually I don't even think have been fully rolled out yet. So we're going to go over some of those features so you guys can all be ahead of the curve. But yeah, just to talk a little bit more about, what to know about brand stores, what they are. They're really pretty easy to develop. You don't need to be a web developer. You don't need to know how to code. There's templates that you can drag and drop and upload your product. So, really quite user friendly, which, we know with Amazon isn't always the case. So that'll be a nice surprise, hopefully, when you start to build your brand store. You can really, convey your brand image, as I was talking about earlier, the look, the feel, all of those things that are really near and dear to your brand's heart. You can promote your whole catalog. You can segment your catalog. You can add videos, you can add images, you can integrate with sponsored ads, which we're going to get into more detail later. And you can also get a lot of data on traffic. Where's your traffic coming from? Where are the sales coming from, which will tie back to off Amazon and on Amazon marketing and advertising efforts. So yeah, that really kind of sums up, the main themes behind brand stores. What Vinny is going to show us now is the best practices for using a brand store. And so he's going to share his screen and go through the Amazon marketplace and kind of show some of the best brand stores. For those of you who are listening on the podcast channels and not watching, we'll try to explain it as best as possible. But always know that you can go view the video version on YouTube or IGTV. So yeah, Vinny, feel free to take it away.
Thanks, Nick. No, I appreciate the fact that we're speaking about this topic because I'm really passionate about how, at the end of the day, how creative can definitely make that conversion, right? We're always talking to our clients in terms of best practices and developing that brand store, especially when it comes down to building up, seasonality and making sure that we're promoting different events within the brand store it just puts the brand ahead of everyone else, I think. And I mean, you've outlined so many different topics, but let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen and I'm just going to walk you through some of the ways in which we can find brand stores on Amazon. Really, when you arrive on Amazon.com, one easy, quick way of us really navigating, I just normally just go through bestsellers. In this case, let's go through the toys and games category. As we all know, these are the best sellers within this category. So let's go into Crayola. We all know Crayola. Crayola does a really good job in terms of developing good creative. Obviously, their demo is for parents that have kids and or those kids that are looking for something fun to do. And when you build and oh, I don't know if you noticed that, but within each listing, you'll see that the brand name will be here, and then there's a link. that link will really will give you access to the brand store. So this is when we all of a sudden start just reviewing and get visibility upon the catalog that Crayola has to offer. And as you see, they've segmented all their different products into categories, and then age, and then featured items. I think this works really well because, especially for age, right? You want to be able to convert, or perhaps have that customer be able to be funneled through, what they're looking for their kids, for the correct age demographic that they're looking for. And I think they do a really good job here. And then shop categories, right? They have obviously the Crayola's product selection is just huge, right? They have a large assortment. So when you break it down per category, just make it easy, to really access their full catalog. And then they're able to then funnel you through their whole entire product collection there. It's just, to me, it's fun. It's really vibrant. I mean, you have the logo up front. Crayola, it's all about their different variants of products. It's fun. And again, it's just something that as a parent, I would enjoy just navigating through not only the age, because I'm looking for a particular age for my kids, but also, let's say, a category that I'm looking for in particular. So they make it really easy for us to navigate. What are your thoughts on this, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, it really is such a unique experience to Amazon. It's as close as we've seen Amazon get to allowing brands to have their own brand, present and customized, shop within Amazon. In the past, brands have really just had to be up, leave it up to the gods of Amazon, as I call them, and sometimes the gods of Amazon aren't that giving. But this is really a lot of flexibility and creative freedom. I think the tricky part still is, how do you get people to the brand store? You mentioned at the beginning that one of the ways is by clicking the brand name underneath the title on the product page.
Right.
And then another way, which we're going to talk about in a moment, is about leveraging advertising to go to the brand store. But I think we're going to see Amazon come up with more ways to really get people to shop the brand store and get that branded experience.
100%. So let me navigate you through another category just to see what the variation of different brand stores are. So on the left-hand side, I always like to navigate through bestsellers because these guys are the ones really generating momentum. They are really A/B testing stuff. So let's go to home and kitchen. That's another large category, right? Actually, not this one. I meant to go into, give me a second. Let's see here, health and household. So this is another big category within Amazon. Obviously, these are the best sellers. Oh, look at that. Let's try some supplements. So let's try Goli here. So Goli Nutrition, they're pretty well known for their apple cider vinegar. So let's check out their brand store. Whoa.
Wow.
It's very vibrant, right? On brand.
Damn.
It hits you right in the face with its bright color, call to actions, benefits, ingredients.
It doesn't even look like we're on Amazon here. Are we on Goli.com? Are you tricking them?
And that's the nice thing about these brand stores. You're sort of developing like a mini website for these brands. And that's exactly what we do for our brands. We pitch it in a way that, hey, your presence on Amazon is similar to what you have on your .com. And they both have to be synchronous, right? We have to make sure that the messaging is very on par with what you have on your website. And not only that, but we have to showcase the product. And right here, what's interesting is that they've included social proof, right? They were on the Ellen show. That's huge. That's huge in terms of making sure that, it shows that this product has done a lot of marketing. And one of them, being on the Ellen show, is just significant. It gives you so much awareness for the product, and that's just a huge plus. And on top of that, now you drive them into more of a value proposition of not only of your product, but we're also changing lives. So that's the nice thing about a brand like Goli, that's able to really showcase their product, very clear, again, social proof. So much going on here that's really working for them. And they talk about their catalog, again, vibrant images. This works really well for them, and I'm pretty sure they're doing well as far as revenue. But From there, I would say, Nick, that as you see on those two examples,
Mm-hmm.
not only did we see vibrant images, not only did we see sort of like a small segment of what could be a website, but now we're seeing that being put in place on Amazon, which one, Amazon gives you insights, right? So a lot of those insights now, as you know, as the brand, you can go back and see what's working and what isn't. So it's always good to be A/B testing. It's always good to be changing different call to actions. And now Amazon has gotten so much better that now they have actual different parameters that they won't allow you to upload different creatives unless it meets certain requirements. And the reason for that is because they want to make sure that the customer is getting the best experience. So, you know, at Vendo, we understand what those parameters are. We suggest to our brands different techniques, different approaches. We have a lot of different examples in which we've developed that actually showcased and worked really well. But I think, you know, most importantly, now they're making this transition not only to make the brand store easy to view on desktop, but also on mobile, right? Now you're having the best experience on both worlds, both platforms. And that's really where that's a big win for both Amazon and the brand itself.
Yeah, no, that all great points, Vinny. And for those of you listening, Vinny's really been spearheading the brand store build outs as far as you know, really trying to leverage all the bells and whistles and maximize how we use brand stores. Vinny's done a great job spearheading that here at Vendo, really since brand stores came out a year or two ago. So definitely always ahead of the curve. And, you know, speaking of being ahead of the curve and really maximizing the benefits of brand stores, you know, we were talking about earlier how it's kind of difficult still for consumers to find brand stores. So how can we help brands drive more traffic to their brand stores? Because an interesting statistic here with Amazon ads. So Amazon ads that ran to a brand store versus directly to a landing page saw on average about a 17% better return on their ad spend. Now that's a statistic that Amazon provides. I know from our own experiences, you know, it's not always that 17%, of course, but you know, on average, you're going to most likely see, especially for new to brand conversion, people that, you know, need to be warmed up to the brand, don't know anything about the brand. Driving them from an ad to the brand store is going to provide that brand awareness and brand education that you normally wouldn't get by just going directly to the landing page or the product detail page. So one of the ways that we really leverage brand stores is through Amazon sponsored brand ads. You know, if you're not familiar, it's usually the headline ad you see at the top of the product, the search results. So when you type in on Amazon, you get your search results. There's usually a headline ad at the top with 3 different products. That is the ad that you can make go to a brand store. And so some of the creative ways that we do that is, let's say we're running a summer sale, summer kickoff sale, right? We can create a unique page on the brand store for that summer sale, put graphics and call outs and exciting imagery about that sale, add the products to that page that are on that sale. And now we can create a headline ad. We can actually get a little bit creative. We can come up with one headline of copy, and Amazon's pretty strict on what you say in there. You can't really say, hey, sale, but you can be like, you know, something like kick off your summer right, or something like that. And then if those products have a coupon on, that coupon will show up right below the product. So yes, you're not saying kick off your summer with 10% off, you know, explicitly, but you're implying it by having the headline say kick off your summer and then having a coupon show up with a green label there. So that's a really strong way to run an ad, have it go to that sale page on the brand store, and then maximize the likeliness of conversion. And Vinny, you've done some of this recently. I know with Father's Day, with a charity promotion for COVID health workers. If you want to speak on a little bit of that, that'd be awesome.
No, definitely. I think when I think about how we're leveraging brand stores, I consider it being real estate, right? It's real estate within Amazon that you really have to be able to develop and really have it fleshed out, because when you're running different campaigns, you want to make sure that every point that leads to the brand store it's pretty clear for the consumer, right? Amazon's all about the customer first, and so are we at Vendo. We're all about the customer first. We got to make sure that our listings are pretty much 100% retail ready in order to get the customer to convert, right? And to your point, if we have that headline ad that drives a beautiful creative, especially with different type of campaigns, like we just ran one for COVID-19 because one of our brand partners was giving away, buy one, we give one away campaign. And we then developed a dedicated landing page within their brand store, catered with imagery that the brand provided, showing that the frontiers that were receiving these free gifts, they already had gotten this free gift. So the brand also wanted to show that, hey, we're not only about just saying that we're really, developing this campaign for this cause, but we're also showing you that we're actually delivering the product. So we were able to inject some of those pictures with frontiers holding, the product, and that was awesome to see, because it just showed that, and we were able to implement that in that landing page. So when customers were interested, perhaps of really buying into this campaign, if I was a customer, I also want to see, is this brand really delivering on their promise? And the fact that we built this out with actual pictures of the front lines, and along with the catalog of products that qualify for this campaign, it really helped with conversion. And the brand did it not only to, obviously it was going to be incremental sales for them, but I think really the objectives of developing such a campaign and making sure that we targeted several keywords where that headline ad would show up and have that click through to the brand store. It just we just really wanted to make drive awareness for that campaign, and having a place within the brand store to drive, again, the customer and be really clear about the messaging. It's 100%. It worked out, and it's 100%. I would recommend that to all of our brand partners. I think it's not only for such important causes as such, but also for other events, right? Now, as we head into Q4, Q3, Q4, we have other campaigns coming up. Definitely 100% recommend the same structure, just because it allows our customers, the customer looking for this product, just to land somewhere else where they always are going to be driven by the rest of the catalog, the products within the catalog, but also other promotions that they might not be aware of that the brand store is driving. So it's just such a fun place in which you can get creative, drive awareness for new product launches, and also for social causes that are very impactful. Just a very, very good place to do certain things like that.
Yeah, 100%. And something that you talked about there that I want to expand on is how you can use it for cross-promotional purposes to expose customers or just prospective customers to other parts of your catalog. So, maybe you have someone that knows one part of a brand's catalog very well, but they don't realize that there's all these other products in their catalog. And so if they click the ad that goes to the brand store, or they click the brand name on the product page that goes to the brand store, that's a way that they can then start to find out about the rest of the catalog. But another way that we do that is we create cross promotions that drive people to the brand store. So basically what we do is we create a buy 2 or more, or a buy 3 or more type cross promotion. So if someone's looking at, let's say we're talking about a supplement company, and someone's looking at a vitamin C product page. They love the vitamin C. They've been buying it for a long time. They don't realize that the brand has magnesium or all of these other products, but they see in the image gallery a promotional graphic that we would create. They see in that image gallery a promotional graphic that says, buy 2 or more of our products, get 10% off. Buy 3 or more, get 15% off. And then it says, go to www.amazon.com/brand name. And so now they're like, oh, wait, if I get 2 or more, 3 or more, I'm going to get a discount. Let me go to that brand store and check it out. And so that's some of the ways that we've been also driving people to the brand store. Now, I'll be transparent. Adding that promotional graphic into the gallery is not terms of service. It's not. It goes against Amazon guidelines. But years of doing it, and I've had very, very little issues with that. Getting flagged. So just another way to drive that extra exposure. with brand stores.
And from the, let me add to that, Nick, from the technical side of things, Amazon now allows you to do bulk uploads on the back end. So that what that means is really getting a list of ASINs that qualify for a certain campaign or discount. And what you can do is quickly launch and quickly develop a landing page, and you can just do a bulk upload of these ASINs and hit publish, and all of a sudden you have your catalog full of items that qualify for that campaign. So they're making it so easy for us to just do things, but for a reason, right? They want for the customer to not only be aware of one of your items, perhaps your best-selling item, but also drive that awareness for the rest of your catalog. So it's been super beneficial, I think.
Yeah, that's a great new feature that they just released in the last, I think just this month. You can now upload up to 500 products at once. So for big catalogs or, you know, big sales where you want to add a lot of products, it's going to save you a lot of time. And another new feature that they came out with that relates to advertising on Amazon, we were talking about the headline ads that happen on search results. That lead to brand stores. There's actually now a new area on product pages that says brands related to this category on Amazon. So if you're on a product page, you might remember seeing frequently bought together or related products. Some of those sections are organic, some of them are paid. They have a new section where it'll say, hey, you're looking at brand X. Well, here's brand Y that's really similar to brand X. And then when you click that ad, it takes you over to brand Y's brand store. So you're now, you know, this is what we were talking about earlier. Amazon's really going to start, I think we're going to start seeing them move more in this direction of driving brand awareness, driving brand stores, giving brands more control. Because in the end, it provides a better customer experience. Sellers / brands are a lot happier because they feel like they have more control, and all of that together will make the gods of Amazon a lot richer too. So why not?
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, a couple other updates. With the headline ad we were talking about that goes to the brand store, you can actually also have it go to a landing page. So maybe you don't want to show them the whole brand store. You just want to send to a landing page with like 3 or 4 or 5 products. Okay, you can do that. But now what's cool is they've added a part on that landing page where you can put your logo, and that logo will then drive to the brand store. So maybe someone's on that page, they're like, yeah, this wasn't really what I had in mind. But they see that logo, they click over, now they're in the brand store, and they're like, oh, now I see products that are more in line with what I was looking for. So again, another way that Amazon has released a new feature to drive to the brand store. And then one last new feature that they added was shoppable images. So what's that?
Those are fun. Those are cool.
Yeah, have you had a chance to develop those yet? I haven't gotten in there and played around with it. I've just seen the demos.
It's a widget in the back end where you can select a shoppable image, and all you have to do is connect the ASIN to it and upload an image, and then all of a sudden the system knows how to make it clickable for the end user. So if you're a mobile, it shows up as a little circle, you tap on it, and then it shows you a little glimpse of the actual product. Super easy. Again, Amazon's making it more interactive, more user-friendly, and it's just, you know, the internet has been, you know, has developed for certain sites like Amazon to do certain things like this now, right? So now they're definitely leveraging that type of interface so that the customer can convert, you know, make it a little bit more interactive. Why not, right?
Yeah, and I think the best way to kind of illustrate it for those who haven't seen it before, which are probably most everyone since it's new, is if you've been on Instagram and you've seen product tagging on Instagram, you know, you're looking at an image and all of a sudden the product has a little dot on it, you click it and it allows you to shop it. That's exactly what it looks like on the Amazon brand store. They're basically ripping off Instagram's product tagging, but it's not the most, I mean, it's a neat feature, but it's not like it's the most innovative thing, but it is cool to see.
Yeah. Totally.
So yeah, shoppable images. And I think another new feature, I think this is the last new feature that's just come out, is you can now hide out of stock products, which for those of you who have had experience on brand stores, that was kind of annoying in the past. If you had a product out of stock, it would still show up on your brand store. The consumer would go there, obviously they'd be frustrated. They probably wouldn't continue shopping your brand, and you would see the conversion rate drop off there. So now you just have a little toggle in the back end that you check that box, and that'll prevent any of your products that are out of stock from populating on the brand store page.
No, that's absolutely another good feature that I think allows, again, we go back to customer experience, right? We got to make sure that the customer is getting the best experience, and Amazon doing this, it completely allows for the customer to not have visibility of what's out of stock, because obviously they want to buy something. The intent on Amazon is way higher compared to other, sites out there. So, that the consumer on Amazon wants to buy something. So if you're showing him out of stock, to your point, just gets a little frustrating. So I'm glad that Amazon has found a solution, for that.
Yeah, and from a brand's point of view, having people go to a product page where a product's out of stock, that's going to kill your conversion rate, boost your bounce rate, and that's going to hurt your ranking, right? Because Amazon's looking at how many people visited your product page and actually bought versus how many people visited and bounced off without buying. And so this will help increase your conversion rate on those brand to product page clicks. But I think we covered a lot of all of the new features today. The final big topic that we wanted to go over is how you can leverage brand stores for off Amazon marketing and advertising. Everything we've been talking about today is how you can leverage the tools in Amazon's toolbox. But here at Vendo, we don't stop at the gates of the Amazon kingdom. We continue on, and we really look at your business on Amazon. Just as you would probably look at your business on your direct-to-consumer site. Why stop at just the Amazon advertising tools? Look at Facebook, look at Instagram. Consider email marketing outside of Amazon, or social media, organic media. If you're posting on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you're building a community and you're marketing and you're advertising your brand off of Amazon, figure out ways to leverage that to help your Amazon business. And one of the ways that we do that is with brand stores. So what's really neat about the brand stores is you can create a trackable link. They call it a source tag, and you can create a unique link for whatever your purpose is. So let's say you're running a Facebook ad campaign. You can create a unique link for that ad campaign, run your ads like you normally would, drive it to that brand store through that link, and within a 14-day attribution window, you will be able to account for any sales and clicks from that link. So now you can actually track sales just by somebody clicking that link and going to your brand store. You can use it for ads. A lot of the ways that our brands use it too is in email marketing. So here's a cool little strategy we've been doing recently. We call it the customer win back sale. We have a lot of brands we work with that aren't comfortable with driving a lot of traffic back to Amazon and driving it away from their own direct-to-consumer site. But one of the ways that they are usually comfortable with that is if it's targeting customers who have been dormant. So maybe you have a list of people who, for 3 months, 4 months, no matter how many emails you've sent them, how many offers, how many times you've advertised to them, they're just not buying anymore. And you're like, what the heck? This person will not buy anymore. So what we do is we create an email marketing campaign off of Amazon, through MailChimp or Klaviyo or whatever email marketing platform you use. We insert that brand store source tag as the shop now button in that email. And we drive those people, usually with a discount, to the brand store to purchase. And I've been pleasantly surprised by the results. I think we had a 61% conversion out of all the people that opened this email. And remember, these are people that hadn't bought for months and months of attempts. 61% of those people who wouldn't buy on the direct-to-consumer site opened the email and purchased on Amazon. And out of that chunk of people, I don't know the percentage off the top of my head, but we got a handful of customers that signed up for a monthly subscription too. So I think you'll be surprised with what you can do when driving back to the brand store and being able to track that in the back end of Amazon Seller Central or Vendor Central is of course a very important thing.
No, absolutely. And just to close the loop on that conversation or that topic, you know, as a seller, you got to look at those insights. You get visitor view, you get visitor, you know, data points, you get views data points, you get obviously attributed sales through the brand store, you get units per order, you get sales per order, you get so much information. In fact, I'm looking at one of my one of my clients right now, and you know, we are always on top of that. And then keep an eye out for traffic. Traffic is important. If you understand that there's an incremental increase of traffic coming to your brand store, then you know that there's an opportunity for you to promote something because there's traffic coming to your store, right? And just wait until Q3 or wait until Q4 comes around. There's going to be a spike. That's what we normally see. So when that spike happens as a seller, we need to understand and we need to make sure that your brand stores are pretty much up and running and ready to convert, right? It's either by you running, you know, a sale, you showing your catalog, but most importantly for all of our brand partners, and making sure that the brand position and the way that they're really marketing themselves is on point. So you always got to make sure that there's nothing there that's legacy. You got to be always up to date. If it's holiday, my biggest recommendation is make some creative around the holiday. It's only relevant to the customer. They're shopping for gifting. You know, it's a gifting season. So, man, I can keep going. We can keep going.
Yeah, I know. This is we'll have to have a part two. We're just dropping too many golden nuggets here. Well, this has been great, and we hope everyone's really gotten a lot out of this. You know, I think, you know, the best way to put it is, you know, look at it like you would look at your own brand's website, you know, and hopefully you do quite a bit for your own brand's website if you have one, and really just have fun with it, you know, update it seasonally, put some of your social media content up there, user-generated content. You know, do some of the brand awareness elements, the, you know, about our brand, the about our founder, the brand story, really just build it out like you would your own website. You know, when you have sales, put a sale banner up, drive ads to that sale page. It really isn't, it doesn't have to be that complex when you think about it like that, I think. And then of course, you know, figure out ways to leverage Amazon ads, off Amazon ads, organic media, and then just stay on top of the new features. You know, we talked about shoppable images today. We talked about being able to bulk upload 500 products at once, hide out of stock products, add your brand logo to the sponsored brands product page. You know, a lot of different things that are coming out all the time. So, you know, be sure to stay on top of those trends, and you know where to come when you need those updates. Vendo, right? Yeah, so subscribe to our channel, and our YouTube channel if you're watching us, or Spotify, iCloud, SoundCloud, IGTV. Follow us, Vendo Commerce on IG, vendocommerce.com on Facebook, and feel free to give us an email at social@vendocommerce.com with any questions. Vinny and I both would love to talk shop. And yeah, I think that sums it up. Anything else, Vinny?
That's it, man. We gotta do this again. It was fun.
Yeah, good times. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining in, and we'll see you next week.